सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Hari Om, salutations to all. So we have seen in this Kaivalya Upanishad, the pointers of Brahman were explained of the absolute truth in verse number 6. Then 7 gave us some description about the same Nirgun Nirakar Brahman appearing in the Sagun Sakar Roop as Bhagavan Shiva and Mother Parvati. And then it was said that same truth, same Parameshvara is appearing as all the other forms. So Sa Brahma, Sa Shiva, Sa Rudra, Sa Indra, Sa Akshara, So Akshara, Sa Paramaswarat. Sa Eva Vishnu, Sa Pranaha, Sa Kalogni, Sa Chandramaha. So all these are also, though some of them are Devatas, then there is Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, but all of them are appearance of one truth. Now, is only the form appearance of one truth, all the different forms of Bhagavan as well as the Devatas? So the next mantra says, everything actually is the appearance of one truth. So these few mantras which come now, they are the vision of an enlightened person. What is the realization that the enlightened person experiences? And also they give us the path for that realization. Earlier also the path has been given. Shraddha, Bhakti, Dhyana, Yoga, Davaihi. Know this through Shraddha, Bhakti and Dhyana Yoga, the supreme truth. Then it was said, Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitarthaha. So through renunciation one will attain. And how to renounce? Then the Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitarthaha, Sannyasa Yogad. There we saw Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasan, that is the method. And then how to do Nididhyasan? So the pointers of the truth were given. And in the Nididhyasan one sees oneness. So one transcends all the forms, comes to realize the absolute truth. Now what is that state of the truth? That is the vision of the enlightened being who has followed this process, come to realize the truth. The experience of that person is given in the next two mantras. And at the same time, what is the state of the realized being? For them it is effortless, natural abidance in that state. For us that becomes a sadhana. As a seeker, for us that is a sadhana. And so it is both. It is indicating the state of realization as well as showing the path. Sa eva sarvam yadbhutam yaccha bhavyam sanatanam jnatva tam mrityum atyeti Nanya pantha vimuktaye. Sa eva sarvam yad bhutam. What has been in the past, meaning the entire Srishti, whatever has been in the past, how many ever cycles of Srishti may have been in the past, Sa eva, that alone has been in the past, meaning that supreme truth. Sa means that infinite consciousness, which was indicated through all the pointers. Uma Sahayam Parameshwaram Prabhum, as well as Achintyam Avyaktam Anantarupam, that infinite consciousness alone has been in the past. Saeva Sarvam Yad Bhutam, that which was, then Yacha Bhavyam, and what will be also. So, what was in the past, what will be in the future, is the same consciousness. Oh, but past is different from the future. In the past, we did not have computers and artificial intelligence and spacecraft and all that, and today we have, and then future may be something else. How can it be the same thing? That is only appearance, nama and rupa. The substratum is the same. What was, what is. So by what was and what will be, what is also implied. Bhutam bhavyam. What was and what will be, both of them. So what was is isness in the past, isness of the future. Both are expressions of that only. Actually, the present alone is. Every moment, one by one, this alone is the truth. Yesterday and future, yesterday is over, future is not born. What we can actually experience is only now. We can't experience the past or the future. In the mind, we can recollect about the past, that is memory. We can plan for the future and visualize and then materialize it. All that is mental capability. But all that can be done when? Only in the now. So, what has been, what is, what will be, is that alone. Meaning there is only one changeless truth, that is the substratum, that is the reality. Before the bangle, the gold was. During the bangle, the gold is. After the bangle, also the gold only will be there. Now that gold, that one bangle of gold can be melted and you can make from bangle an earring. Nowadays, people use bangle itself as earring, such a big one. Or you can make it into anything, necklace, waistband, anklet, whatever it is. Each time one modifies the shape, then one can say that, the bangle was, the ring is, the necklace will be, bangle is different, ring is different, necklace is different, cost is different, size is different, dimension is different. All that one can say. But the fact is, gold alone was, gold alone is, gold alone will be. You call the gold in one particular shape as a bangle, as another particular shape as a ring, another particular shape as a anklet or a necklace. So, yat saeva sarvam yad bhutam yatcha bhavyam sanatanam. It is eternal. It is changeless. Gold is not changing. Shape is changing. No change in the substratum. The movie goes on, the screens, the screen remains the same. The scenes go on changing. But one can always say that before the movie, during the movie, after the movie, screen alone has been there actually. Everything else is only a projection. So, Sanatanam, it is eternal and yet it appears to be changing. So, Bhuta Bhavya, Vartamana, all that is change in time. But though being changeless, it appears as the changing Saeva sarvam yad bhutam yacha bhavyam sanatanam. Even in the Gita, Bhagavan says, Bijam mam sarva bhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam. Know me to be the eternal seed of this whole universe. See, regularly the seed when we plant in the soil and you put some water, manure, all that, and then slowly that seed will sprout. Some small tiny shoots will come out, and then slowly it will become a plant. The seed is gone, dead. But that seed has given rise to this plant, which will give rise to, in time, the fruits, and the fruits will have many more seeds. Those seeds will give rise to many more plants and trees and all that. So, there it is. The seed, that particular seed perishes, but it becomes the cause for many other seeds. Here, Bhagwan only is the seed, eternal seed. It is not perishing at all. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam. And the cause only appears as the effect. There is no other thing apart from the cause in the effect. The mud alone becomes the pot. Gold alone becomes all the bangle and ring and anklet and necklace. So, in the same way, one infinite consciousness, changeless truth, appears as the whole changing world. Yacha bhut, yacha saiva sarvam yad bhutam, yacha bhavyam sanatanam. Knowing that, jnatva tam mrityumatyeti, one goes beyond death. One goes beyond death means what? And having known that, known here is not obviously intellectual knowledge. Having known means having uh, realized the oneness, having woken up to the higher state of consciousness, having dropped false identification with the body, mind, intellect, that person has known the truth. Meaning, I has come to wake up that I am not this jiva. The body, mind, intellect is a tool. I am infinite consciousness. That one who has realized. Because that's the realization. What was, what is, what will be is one eternal, changeless truth. And that is me. Jnatva tam. Tam jnatma. Having known that. Having known that means not an intellectual information. Okay, there was one consciousness, there is one consciousness, there will be one consciousness. Understood. हाँ होगा कोई consciousness. I am that. Because yesterday the body was not there, or whatever. Yesterday it was there, but in the past this body was not there. Right now also this body is continuously changing. In future this body will not remain. Then what will remain what is common in the three, past, present, and future? Isness, asti, consciousness, I am. That bhav, I am, I am, I am. Every minute it is there. That will never become I am not. That is eternal. Jnatva ki that consciousness in me is the consciousness everywhere. Saeva sarvam yad bhutam. What has been, what is, what will be is only that one consciousness. Jnatva. Having known that eternal, changeless consciousness as one's own truth self. That is Jnatva. Mrityumatyeti. One goes beyond the realm of death, meaning change. Mrityu is change in this context. And even the physical death that will happen of the body, one is not identified with it. In fact, if you actually think about it, if we do the proper inquiry that who dies, Swamiji, body dies. Think about it, can the body die? Of course, body dies, Swamiji. Body is born, body is growing, body dies. Tattvabodh also said that 6 changes body goes through. It is conceived, asti, then birth, jayate, then vardhate, grows, viparinamate, it modifies, apakshiyate, it slowly decays, then vinashyati, dies. So body dies. You actually, at one level, yes, body goes through 6 changes. The idea is to make us aware that I am not going through these 6. With the birth of the body, I am not born. With the change of the body, I don't change. With the death of the body, I don't die. That purpose there is to understand that I am not the body. But if you actually go deeper into it, body can't die because body is already dead. It is Jadavastu by itself. Chaitanya Swarupatma enlivens it, illumines it, then only it work functions. Otherwise, it is dead already. Will this die? It is already not. There is no question of this dying because already died, dead. Inert matter this is. Same way this body is dead, inert matter already. Made up of 5 elements. 5 elements are Jada, inert. So body can't die. Then what happens at death? Only subtle body ejects out of gross body. That's all. It's like electricity has gone. So bulb fuse. Till electricity was there, bulb was giving light. Electricity gone, bulb can't give light. Did bulb give light ever before? Because of electricity it gave, but otherwise by itself, without electricity, bulb was just bulb, no light. Same way before this, before in the sense it's just a theoretical understanding that if consciousness is not there, the body won't exist also. The body can't even do all this, seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, touching, none of that will happen. We think body is doing on its own, body is intelligent on its own, body has sentiency on its own. It does not have, it is Jadavastu. Unless enlivened by consciousness, it will not do anything. So body can't die. Does the Jiva die? Jiva does not die because Jiva is only dropping one body, taking another body. Like changing old clothes, taking up new clothes. The entity is there or not? Who has dropped the new clothes and who has worn the new, who has dropped the old clothes and worn the new clothes. So body cannot die because it's already dead. Jiva cannot die because Jiva is the one who is continuing the journey further to exhaust its own karma, to fulfill its own desire. Jiva goes. Next body. Then can Atma die? Atma is indestructible. Who died actually? Think about that. See, this is not only an intellectual inquiry, this is actually to think so much of wrong, so many wrong notions which are there. And then we cry, we feel sad. Yes, there is a certain, you miss the person who is now departed, who is gone. So we say the departed, meaning that person still exists. Death is not annihilation complete. So-called scientific people, some of them, they believe that there is no life after death. Death is the total annihilation. You just cease to exist after death. And they will quote Stephen Hawking said this person said this, that person said this. So there is no life after death. Now, this much, if you believe in cause and effect in science and you want to find out everything logically, but you want to believe this, that there is no life before this body and there is no life after this body, how illogical that is. That means you popped into existence from nowhere and you become nothing. And in between all this nakhra is happening. For what? No cause. Then why are you doing anything? Why do you want to discover anything? What is the purpose of asking any question also? What is the purpose of finding any knowledge and reasoning and anything? Anyway, it is all purposeless, causeless. Chal raha hai kuch tamasha. Jiva continues. That's a very shallow way of thinking that there is only one life. And if that is portrayed as some great liberating thought that religion has created all this before life and after life, and this is through that they are controlling human beings, and then they are extracting money out of them, and then they are talking about life after death. There is nothing called life after death. Oh, very good. So people who dropped their body and who came back into the body and they come and tell you 20,000 things of what they experienced, that is all humbug. Huh? That is all lies. Think about it. How much confusion about death. Somebody believes that there is death and then there is no life. Somebody believes that there is life and then they have some different experiences, and then one feels the sorrow. We say very clearly, body has dropped here. Jiva has continued the journey, takes up a new form, Preta Sharir, appropriate worlds it will go to, there take up particular forms, experience their karma, come back to the earth. The cycle of evolution will continue till one does not realize the truth. In this realm of change, one will go round and round and round. Why? Because as long as I feel I am finite, I need something else for my happiness, I will be extroverted, I will keep going round, round, round. We have seen clearly the ignorant cycle. And that's why the root cause has to be removed. Jnatva, having known what? Tam, that infinite consciousness which is changeless, which is full, which is complete, which is Ananda Swarup, eternal, Sanatana. Knowing that, Mrityu Matyeti, goes beyond death. Meaning, one realizes I am unborn, there is no change that happened, there is no Srishti, there is no Jiva, there is no Jagat, there is one infinite Sanatan, truth, that's all. Jnatvatam mrityumatyeti. Body will anyway drop dead, even of a realized person. The idea here is not that the body will not die. I will become immortal through this body. My body will live forever. Hare Ram, that is a terrible curse if one has to live in the body forever. Think about it. Other day I just read and somebody asked me a question on Instagram. They sent a post. I'll tell you 1 minute. Very interesting that was. What they said, they asked this question, and then there was something new I came to know. I didn't know this before. So they asked this question. Um, See, this one place, what they are doing in Germany. So a German startup is freezing dead bodies to revive them in the future for $2 lakh. See this. Europe's first crypto preservation startup called as Tomorrow Bio offers to freeze your body in liquid nitrogen, hoping future technology can revive you. Despite the price, that is $2,20,000 or just $81,000 for brain preservation. This is a high cost. 650 customers have already signed up. So founded in 2020, the German company has crypto preserved 6 people and 5 pets so far, with plans to expand to the US by 2025. Their process begins immediately after death with a specialized ambulance team cooling the body to minus 80 degrees Celsius and replacing bodily fluids with crypto-protectant agents. The body is then stored long term in a Swiss facility at minus 196 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow Bio offers hope for life extension with the possibility of one day reviving the preserved bodies when science allows. Now this started. So that gentleman asked me the question that is this even possible? That somebody can come back into that body In future, that is the hope they have, that you can revive. Now you think about it. See, the technically, from whatever knowledge limited I have of Vedant, I answered the question saying that if you connect the subtle body to the gross body, the person will come alive, which is how some of the yogis in the past have brought back the dead also. That is how the NDE experiences also happen, where the subtle body is disconnected from the gross body for whatever reasons, and then its karma is not over, so it is back again into this body. So connecting the gross body to the subtle body to the gross body is the process of coming back to life if one has departed, whether in time or prematurely, whatever it is. But all that is based on karma. So even if a yogi brings back the person into the body, the dead person is brought back alive, there will be some adjustment of karma that has to happen. Without that, this prarabdha is not there for this body. That is over. That's why the person departed. Again, if it is by mistake that person has gone out, or as a part of the prarabdha ND is there, that's a different matter. But otherwise, actually a dead person can't be revived from Vedant standpoint. I'm answering, because the prarabdha is over and the jiva has to carry forward. Now, if the jiva has to come back into this body, then you have to do karmic adjustments. Science may or may not be able to do all that. In future, what happens, who knows? So I answered saying I don't know what can happen in the future in terms of science and technology, etc. But that is at the body level, and there can be various methods by which the body can be preserved. And nowadays even they are doing some genetic change. That one research also is going on. That you change a certain gene, you engineer that genetic engineering, where they will do some changes in a particular gene which is responsible for aging. Now they identified all that, and there's some experiment going on. So by default, you will live for 150 years, 180 years, 200 years, 500 years. It is already, research is on. I read one article about it. Now you just think, even if you live 50, 500 years, at some point the body will drop. And what will you do for 500 years? That is another amazing thing. Because artificial intelligence and robots, etc., are going to do a lot of things. What will you and I do living 500 years? So, body level, many things can happen. But the question is, am I that? That's a tool. And body wise immortality is terrible. Because body will keep shrinking. Even if through science you keep it healthy for a long time, at some point it will become old. No? Sometime it will have whatever challenges, difficulties, and then body has to drop. How long one keeps living in the body? Very, very stunning and shocking thing happened in one house when Gurudev went. They thought it is so when Gurudev went to that house, and he had bhiksha there, then they wanted Gurudev's blessings. So they gave one book to Gurudev and said, please give your blessings. And Gurudev wrote in that, you know what he wrote? He wrote, grandfather dies, father dies, son dies. Signed it. Now that family, when people saw, they thought that, my God, what did Gurudev do? He cursed the family. Grandfather dies, father dies, son dies. So some of them were shocked, who the visitors and the relatives and all that who have come. But you know why Gurudev wrote that? The family, the elders in the family, when they read that, they came and they prostrated in front of Gurudev. They thanked him. Why? Because in that family, this sequence has not happened. Many times the young children have died before the elders, and that is very painful. Sons have died before the parents. Children have died before the parents. So there has been a lot of uh, akala mrityu. And so that blessing, that was a blessing actually. People thought it is a curse. And Gurudev himself used to say that, that if you are living and in front of you, your generations are passing by, they are dying, how sad and lonely will you feel at some point or not? If you see the life of Ahalya Bai Holkar, so powerful and strong woman she was, my God. Look at her life and what she has not done for Sanatana Dharma. So many temples she has revived across the country, and her husband died, her son died, 28 relatives of hers, family members, have died one by one by one. There is death all around her. Continuously, people are dying at short periods, intervals, but she is strong, held on to the empire, kept it together, prayed for the well being of everyone. She is a devotee of Bhagavan Shiva. Amazing life. But see how, because of her bhakti and her shraddha, that held her together. Otherwise, if you are there, body wise immortal, and people around you are going on dying, it's so terrible. No, Swamiji, everybody will live 500 years together. After that, what will happen? Nachiketa explains that to Yamraj. Apis sarvam jivitam alpameva. However long life you give me, Yamraj says, you live as long as you want. Don't ask me for Brahma Vidya. I'll give you boon. Longest life and not uh, dull, boring, lonely life. With all children, Putra Pautran Vinishwa, with all grandchildren and young, hale, hearty, healthy, happy life you will have, and pleasures of the earth as long as you want, all resources of earth, everything available for you. Don't ask for Brahma Vidya. Nachiketa, and then he said, if not earth, if you are not satisfied with earth, I'll give you heavenly pleasure also. Dance, music, apsaras, everything. He says, I give all that. Nachiketa's reply is very simple. He says, Api sarvam jivitam alpameva. However long life you may give, it is small compared to infinity. Some point the body will drop, no? Whether hale and hearty or old, how does it matter? It will drop. And why do I live with the sense of finitude then? When my nature is infinite. He says, Tavayavaha tavanitya. You keep your dance and music. You give me only Brahma Vidya. That's all I want. I don't want anything else. So, Mrityu Matyeti, one who goes beyond death, does not mean body will not die. Even Jivan Mukta's body will die. But having known the truth, one goes beyond the realm of change. One realizes that there is only one infinite consciousness. Jnatva tam mrityu matyeti. Na anya pantha vimuktaye. There is no other path to liberation. Acha, so fanatic Swamiji. No other path to liberation. This is the only path. See, this is not like that. My way or the highway. You better follow what I say. If you don't follow, you are non-believer and you can be killed or converted. It is not like that. Only if you follow this path of Vedant, you will get mukti. Any other path will not give you mukti. It is not like that. Don't misunderstand. The only way to remove darkness is what? You bring light. There is no method, no other way. You bring a tube light, you bring a lamp, you bring some sodium vapor lamp, you do anything, you open the window, sunlight comes in. That you can have 20,000 methods to bring in light. But the only solution to remove darkness is bring light. The only way to know the truth is the only way to destroy ignorance is know the truth. Jnatva na anya pantha vimuktaye. Because mukti is to realize I am already free. That wrong notion is I am bound. And why that wrong notion is there? Because I feel I am the body. Mantra here is saying you are not the body, you are not the jiva, you are that truth which has been, which is, which will be. That infinite consciousness is me. Knowing that, one is freed. From what? From the wrong notion that I am this. The only way to mukti is knowledge. Jnanena ivatu kaivalyam. Shankaracharya ji says so many places, Jnanena ivatu kaivalyam. Only through knowledge there is liberation. One may attain some different levels of mukti. One goes to some loka and one gets near the Lord and one has the form of the Lord and all that. That is at one level. The deepest mukti is only this absolute truth. Na anya pantha vimuktaye. There is no other method except knowledge. Everything else is a preparation for Atmagyan. Atmagyan, when one has, one will realize, oh, I was never bound. The waker is lying on the bed happily. The dream world is an illusion. Nothing happens. He is simply on the bed. In the dream, he may go anywhere, become anything, go through some karmic cycles, take many, many different bodies. But finally, when the person wakes up, what will one realize? Hare, I was always lying on the bed. Before the dream, I was the waker. During the dream, I am the waker. After the dream, also, I am the waker. Where is the difference? Nothing happened. That is the only method to wake up, is the only method to get out of the sorrows of the dream. And then you realize, Hare, there is no sorrow because there is no body, there is no attachment, there is no nothing. It's gone. So that's the meaning here. Jnatva tam mrityumatyeti nanya pantha vimuktaye. If we say that the eye is the only way to see this bottle, will you say it is fanatic? Swami, how can you say eye is the only way to see the bottle? There is no other way, Baba. You can't see with the ears. You can hear with the ears. Eye can't hear. Ears can't see. The only way is I have to see with my eyes. No, we can do, if a blind person is there, you can give vision to them, eye donation can be done and then they can see. So that is what we are saying. Through the eye only one can see. No, without that one can't see. And to say that is not a phonetic thing. To say that is statement of fact. Same way, the only way to liberation is through mukti, is through jnana, no other method. No, Swamiji, bhakti also will lead us there. Are bhakti will purify the mind and make you realize that you and God are one. That is knowledge only. Bhagwan himself says in the 10th chapter, Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. Those who are constantly remember me, tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. With love and devotion, they are constantly remembering me. They have surrendered their ego. Dadami buddhi yogam tam. I bless them with buddhi yoga. Buddhi yoga means this Atmajnan. Karma yoga also will lead us there. Any form that you worship, whatever was said earlier, no, Shiva and Vishnu and Indra and Chandrama, all of them also. Through them, I worship the Supreme, drop my ego, come to realize oneness. That is knowledge only. Whichever other path, any other religion also one follows, the ultimate mukti is to know the self. Whether one accepts it or not, whether one knows it or not, that is the truth. In different levels, the truth has been expressed in different religions. Absolute truth is only one. And that is not bound by any religion actually. It is beyond religion, caste, community, creed, gender, beyond all. So this is not a phonetic statement saying that only the Hindu way, or even in the Hindu way, only the Kaivalya Upanishad way. Because all these kind of misunderstandings are there nowadays. This clarity has to be there. Nanya pantha vimuktaye, there is no other method except knowledge. And so what should I do? Prioritize knowledge. Attain Brahma Vidya. Get this clarity that I am not the body, I am not the jiva, I am that consciousness which is changeless, which was, is, which will be. See, again, this was, is, and will be is in time, and time means change. But the reason why that has been used is to make one realize that how to otherwise know changeless. We know only change. So that which is not changing is changeless. For that, this explanation is given. What was, what is, what will be is one truth. So through the change, I understand, oh, what is not changing in the three periods of time? That is the truth. Because by itself, to say the truth and its nature, one won't understand sometimes. So that's why here it is said, Gnatva tam mrityumatyeti, having known that changeless consciousness as one's true self, one is freed, then there is no other path to liberation. And the word used here is vimuktaye, not only mukti. So that's why the other different levels of mukti which are there, sayug, sarupya, salokya, samipya, sayujya, all these muktis, one can again come back till certain punya is there, one will be in heaven or in the loka of the deity, etc. And then one again continues the journey. Vimukti means once and for all freed, no coming back. That is only through jnana. That is true realizing I am infinite consciousness, that is my true self. There is then one who abides in that state, there is no coming back. Why? Because all karmas, everything burnt. Ignorance is burnt through that knowledge. That is vimukti. See, much means to drop, to be free. So, in the world, we may do various things for freedom, for relief from sorrow. So, eat something, dance somewhere, achieve something, go to a spa, enjoy, travel, visit this place, that place. And for some time, we feel, oh, good, good, nice, so nice, very nice. Again, after that, some sorrow comes. Again, we try to escape. So, there are so many methods of escapism. Some relief methods they will give for sorrow for some time, some relief, but the cure is only this. Atmagyan is the only cure. If I want to feel fulfilled, there is no other method except Atmagyan. Some or the other emptiness, hollowness, loneliness, that will continue as long as I feel I am the body. Not only on this earth, anywhere one goes, go to Swargaloka, enjoy there. Don't we listen to stories where devatas also are jealous? So there is insecurity, there is sorrow everywhere. Relatively, there is a much more better facilities and standard of living there, and maybe some more features where you never become old. But wherever there is duality, there is misery there. The faster one realizes, one will say, Nanya Pantha Vimuktaye. There is no other path to liberation except realizing non-duality. And that is the cure. Non-duality is the cure. It will destroy the root cause of sorrow once and for all. Avidya is gone. No anya pantha vimuktaye. So vimukti, so mukti, one may attain, that is relief methods. Even the highest level of, I mean not highest level, but even the subtler levels of mukti, one will still come back. You know, even one can go to Brahmaloka and come back. Gita is saying that so clearly. Abrahma bhuvana loka punaravartin Arjuna. From this loka to Brahmaloka, which includes even the lokas down. All these are Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravartinaha. Bhagavan says Jiva can come back into this world after going to any of these. Then where is Mukti? We thought Brahmaloka at least Mukti will happen. But Bhagavan is saying no, from Brahmaloka also you can come back. Mam upetya tu kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate. Mam upetya, having attained me, meaning having attained this oneness, realization that I am consciousness. Oneness does not mean that I am separate right now. Now I will go and merge in Bhagwan. All those notions people have created. The wave does not have to merge with the ocean. The wave is already a part of the ocean. It is the ocean only, thinking of itself as the wave. That false notion has to be dropped. Then the merger is happening. But where is the merger actually? It was no merging. Wave is not separate, which has to go now and merge into the ocean. While it is thinking of itself as the wave, also it is ocean only. It is water only. Same way, right now I am thinking I am Jiva, I am body. Even at this moment, I am Brahman. The moment we drop the false notion that I am this body, I am the Jiva, Jnatva, that's the point, that's the power of knowledge. Jnatva. Nothing has to be done. No mixing, merging, matching, nothing. Swamiji, when will I get mukti? When will I merge with Bhagwan? There is no merging because you never emerged. That's the whole point. If the wave has gone out of the ocean, then the wave has to come back into the ocean. Swamiji, we have fallen from that truth down. Now we have to go back up and merge. At some level, all that one will keep telling Baba. When one comes to understand the deeper aspect, there is no coming out, so there's a question of merging. How will one come out of anything? That Sanatana is the word used now. That which was, that which is, that which will be. Actually, it is Sanatan. It doesn't change only. So where did anything come out of it? No, that is totality. I am individuality. From the totality, individuality has come. The whole dream appears in the waker only. It's just an appearance. There is no actually something has come out of the waker which has to go inside the waker again. Where? That dream example has a limitation, but the point to understand is there is no merging and emerging. Jnatva, just know that, Arey, I am this consciousness, always I was. Think about it, what a fantastic thing it is to realize I am Brahman. I was, I am, I always will be Brahman. Nothing happened. Swamiji, what will happen after that? Our problem is that only. After I realize the truth, what will happen? Because we expect something special to happen. If nothing special is happening, what is the use of realizing this truth? I was, I am, I always will be same changeless truth. Waste. Change is better. So we play with the change, enjoy in the world, suffer in the world, go up and down. At some point when one feels, what is this going on? Who am I? That mumukshu wants this knowledge. That person is vimuktayi. Just through not right knowledge. And that's why there is nothing more powerful than Brahma Vidya. Most powerful. It will destroy the root cause of all sorrows. Everything else can only destroy some part, and that sorrow can return. This vimukti, you will never return into the state of ignorance ever. Yad gatva na nivartante tadhama paramam mama. That is the supreme abode, having gained, having discovered which one never comes back. Oh, that means you have to go there, no? No. न तद्भासयते सूर्य न शशांको न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम. That's a beautiful shloka in 15th chapter. There the sun does not shine, the moon does not, no lightning, no star, no fire, nothing. Meaning, it is the state of consciousness which is beyond. Surya is our senses, is a buddhi in this context. न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकम. That is same mantra in 15th chapter in different words. The sun, the moon, the stars, the lightning, the fire, none of them. Sun is for buddhi, moon is for mind, and this fire is for the senses. Vacho devata vani manaso chandramaha. Like that. So that state where the senses can't grasp the truth, mind can't feel it, intellect can't think, it is beyond that. Na shashanko na pavakaha yad gatva. Please remember that gatva there means jnatva here. It's not literally going because there's now nowhere to go. Yad gatva na nivartante. Because if you literally think like that, then you are going to some place which is dark, where there is no sun, there is no moon, there is no fire, there is no thunder, there is no lightning, there are no stars. Swamiji, that is black hole. Correct. Yad gatva na nivartante. Once anything goes in the black hole, it can't come back. Even light can't come penetrate through black hole. That is what that 15th chapter mantra is saying. Black hole. That is called Maha delusion. There is no gatva, there is no going anywhere. Yad gatva na nivartante. It is that state of illumination, gaining which one will never fall back into ignorance. That is the permanent state. That is vimukti. Any other thing I do, I will be still in the realm of ignorance and I will have to come back. As long as I think I am the jiva, however small may be my identification, however great may be my surrender, if little identification is there that I am the jiva, one will come back. Even through Bhakti Marg, when complete surrender happens, then what does one realize? I and Bhagwan are one. In that the I is gone, Bhagwan alone is. That is the realization. That is Vimukti. When Bhagwan asks Hanumanji, no, Ramji asks Hanumanji, what is my relationship with you? Very clearly Hanumanji says, Deha Buddhya Dasosmi. At the body level, I am your servant, you are my master. Ramadut Mai Matu Janaki, he says, I am the messenger of Bhagwan Ram. So I am your servant, you are my master. Jiva Buddhya Twadamshaha. From Jiva's standpoint, I am a Amsha, you are the Amshi, you are the total. I am an individual. You are Ishvara, I am Jiva. And the Jiva goes round in cycle of birth and death, taking new bodies. But Atma Buddhya Tvamevaham. From the standpoint of the self, you and I are one. He tells that to Bhagwan. And that's what Bhagwan wants us to realize. Kya you and I are one. Ultimate truth is that only. Till I don't realize that ultimate truth, the first two levels will keep happening. Keep taking new bodies. And so, one who realizes I am changeless consciousness, there is no other path of realization except that. For today, we will stop here. Any questions? Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.